BookShelved.
Welcome back, everyone. It is a new week, and we are excited about it.
Yes.
I think I say that every week. We are so excited.
We're always so excited for it. And this week is exciting because Amanda texted me and said, we're doing a surprise, I guess, prompted episode. So I don't know what we're talking about today.
I think it's going to be really fun. So,
it was weird. It was weird not preparing.
I know. Usually we talk about it and then...
But I like the element of surprise. It's going to be good.
I hope it's fun. It's going to be a good time.
Yes. I love Would You Rather, so.
I know. We are going to be doing Would You Rather, but Bookish edition.
Yes.
And I've seen this done on YouTube and stuff, and it's usually always a good time.
This is going to, once I found out it was Would You Rather, I instantly was thinking that this is going to be really hard because with Would You Rather, I really get into it of the scenarios. So we'll see if I can choose one side.
Yeah. It's I got some good ones. And then we put up on our Instagram. We were talking about this earlier on our Instagram for people to put in their prompts. So for everybody listening, if you ever want to be involved in content for the podcast, make sure you follow us on social media because we'll be putting up questionnaires and stuff in there.
And we have cute posts. Like we're
working on it.
We're putting some good effort into our content.
Yeah.
You're already really good at making posts and using Canva and all that.
So good at it too.
Oh no.
I think you are.
I'm like really trying. The one I did, the fan cast one. I was
cute.
So proud of that one.
I still have to do my fan cast post. I've been just so in a different world.
Yeah, bookbinding world.
Yeah, bookbinding world. So I haven't been like building content for stuff, but I need to get back to it.
Really good. Well, you have Canva Pro, so
it
that makes it
features,
for behind the scenes on my fan casting post, that daisy that's on the front one, I had to copy and paste that and make that freaking pattern because there's no like daisy background. That's for free.
So frustrating.
It's so frustrating. Everything costs money now.
I know. Literally everything. It's nuts.
Yeah. I'm dealing with this for I'm teaching anatomy and physiology to future yoga teachers, and I'm using Prezi because have you heard of Prezi? It's like PowerPoint, but it's a little more imaginative. So instead of having slides, you can start at a circle or square, whatever, and then build things out. And so I was trying to be fun and creative with it, right?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm trying to export it, and I can't export it unless I pay for $180 for the year.
Stop.
Yeah, so I've been on Reddit trying to figure out how I can not do that, and so essentially I have to start a free trial and then cancel it. But yeah, and
so
I just can't even believe that that's going to cost money. Like I've been putting so much time and effort, and now I have to pay money to get my own content.
And all apps that are like, app is for free, and then I'll download the app, I'll create an account, and it's like, okay, no, give us your credit card. I'm like,
yes,
no.
I know. I hate that. Or it's like, okay, yeah, you can do it for free, but then every 15 seconds another ad pops up that you can't exit out of.
Oh my gosh. And have you noticed on YouTube now when you pause a video, the video will minimize to one side of the screen, it throws an ad up.
And if you accidentally click on it, then it'll take you to a whole new page.
Yeah. That's new. I was like, the first time I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh.
I know. I hit, that same thing happened on Paramount Plus. If you use it on your computer, which I often do if I'm in another room, like doing a chore or something, the same thing. So I'll just like click the little mouse pad, and if I click it again, it'll just take me to an ad. And I'm
my god.
Like I pay for that actually. Like I pay for Paramount Plus. Stop charging me.
I've worked in marketing for multiple years, and it's genius.
Totally.
It's so smart that YouTube did the additional ad to the side because they can sell more ad placements now. And
no, it's really smart. Like I respect the hustle, but as a consumer, I fucking hate it.
Yeah, it's so annoying. I hate ads.
All right. Anyways, that was tangent number 1 of today. We're trying to cut our time down a little bit. We're noticing that we go on tangents. See, no problem.
Yeah. So let's jump into what you're reading or your reading progress.
Yes. Okay. So I've got some good progress on this. So I'm reading the third book. This is a lot more than what the book looks like. So this is 160 pages in, which this looks like 30 pages when you look at the whole chunk. Which it's funny. Before I got here, I lost my bookmark, so I'm using a freaking gift card to Wilco.
I can send you home with a bookmark.
No, I have so many. You have given me so many bookmarks. I have plenty. I just lost my one today. Okay. So anyways, oh my God, can we please have a spoiler episode about this book?
Yeah.
Because this was your favorite book of the series. It's, by the way, it's A Court of Wings and Ruin, the third book of the ACOTAR series. My first thoughts is this one is way heavier in the fantasy language.
So I wanted to talk to you about that this week because I am like an hour and a half left of the, what's it called? The dramatized audiobook of A Court of Mist and Fury.
Is that the drama? Explain the dramatized. Is that where everyone has a
cast.
Voice?
Everyone has their own cast member and tons of like background noises and sound effects. So like during battle scenes and stuff, there's like it's like listening to a battle, and even like the sex scenes. The sex scenes are real weird. It's weird. It's like moany and groany and like sound effects. And it's just I'm like, ooh, this is a little weird. Yeah.
Does Reese have a Scottish accent?
No, and honestly, Reese. Okay, I wanted to talk about this because the audiobook.
Are they saying Rysand?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
It's making me realize how romance heavy the first two books are. Like, it is so much romance, and that's probably why I like that one so much more, is because there's a lot more like fantasy to it. There's a lot more like
of
plot,
action,
and that's what I like about fantasy books. And I think that's why that's my favorite, because I'm honestly getting annoyed, which is weird because I was obsessed.
Yeah.
And listening to this audiobook, I'm like, man, this is not what I remember it.
You know, it kind of, the reason why the second one is probably so great the first time through is because the first one was so boring. So then, I mean, I don't think so boring. I still loved it, but in retrospect, like, it's more boring than the other ones. Well, so far, because this one, 160 pages in, more stuff has happened than the last two books combined, kind of.
I think Mist and Fury is boring. Like, because it's just too romancy. Like, it's so heavy in the romance with, like, her and Reese.
Yeah, it is, because it's like them figuring out,
like, their relationship and the whole, like, being mated and stuff.
I will say that people talk so much about the smut in these books.
It's not that
It's
wild.
not. No. Like, I've read a 200-page book that has more sex.
Yeah,
and so far I'm, like, probably almost 1,000 pages in between.
And honestly, chapter 55, where they're, like, in the cabin, it was so,
it was
like,
a letdown. I think it was hyped so much that, I don't know. I think that the expectation was set way too high. Like, it was good. It was like, finally.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, oh
yeah. Yeah. And in the dramatization, Reese, he has the most annoying laugh I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, that ruined it for me.
He's always like, and I'm like, I can't get, oh my God.
Oh, I hate that. Like, because he's the sexy one out of like this is not
who they cast for him is not who I would cast. Like, I don't think they'd overall, it's really cool to listen to this because there's a full cast and all that, and it's just like a whole different audio experience, and I like it, but it's making me look at ACOTAR from a whole different light. Like, her Crescent City series is so much more up my alley, and same with Throne of Glass, because they're really fantasy heavy and action packed, and A Court of Thorns and Roses is a romance book.
That makes sense why they say that this is a good intro into fantasy, because I do feel very much so that it's stair-stepping into a heavier fantasy, just based on how they're talking more in this. It seems more to the part. But I'm loving this book so far. There's already been so much to happen, and I'm glad that they're not dragging out things. Yeah. Like I don't really want to give away spoilers, but there's been some instances. We've already mentioned spoilers. Yeah. Okay, well, there's been some instances just with the Autumn Court. And they went through it at a good pace where I wasn't wanting them to wrap it up any sooner. And I don't know. She's doing a great job. And you can tell that by this book, she very much so has a direction of like where this is going to go.
Yeah.
Where the first two really, I mean, I know I have some theories about Feyre's dad though. I have some fucking theories about it, so I won't get into it because
I'm excited to talk about that later.
Yeah. But no, so I'm reading this book. I've been averaging probably like 50 pages a day since I started reading it. It's just been so good. I've been loving it. And I am about to start, I'm going to start our book of the month probably by the end of this weekend. And one of my customers, Joel Shapiro, shout out, I found out 2 weeks ago, he's an author. And so he just gave me his first book that he ever wrote. Oh, cool. So I have that book. It's called El Cajon. And yeah, once I start reading it, I'll talk about it a little bit more because I just felt like that was really cool, getting a book from an author of someone that I've known for, I guess, pretty much 5 years now because it's my 5-year anniversary at Coffee Plant Roaster.
That's so cool.
But yeah, so I'm really excited to read that one. That one's totally not at all in the genres that I read, but I'm excited to try it out. He's, I guess it's considered an indie book because he's fully self-edited, self-published, and it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. So I'll get into it on another episode, and then that episode will link the Amazon page because I just want to support a local author. That's super dope. Cool. Yeah.
Super cool. I like indie books. I have a couple self-published that one on the very edge next to the red edges.
Oh, okay.
That's by a girl, and that's one of my favorite.
An vampire. Absolute bloody disaster. That's a fun by Lindsay name. Clement.
She knows how to write vampire. Like it's about this whole like dysfunctional group of vampires, and it's got the family aspect to it, and it's so much fun.
Is it like kind of like Twilight then?
No.
Very
way cooler.
Oh, okay. Those are fighting words for some people.
That mug is from her too. Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, that just, it says hello, darling. That I just can't get out of my head. Hello, favorite darling. Yeah. So she's like in a Scottish accent now. Yeah. Oh,
I know. That guy was so great.
What are you reading?
Mine's gonna be quick because I don't really have that much. I know. I brought this up just because I wanted for you to look at it, but it's thick.
It's so sick.
And it's soft.
I'm excited. We're looking
at this came out this month. Bridesmaid for Hire by Megan Quinn.
I'm very
so many good books came out this month. Bridesmaid for Hire comes out. Emily Henry's book came out. We have this one called Happily Never After by Lynn Painter, who is amazing. So many good books out this month. But anyways, mine's quick. I'm still reading City of Bones, which is the first book in the Mortal Instruments series.
How's that going? Are you loving it?
I really enjoy it. I'm like really liking it. It's really fun. It's fast paced. The characters are fun. I really enjoy it, but I'm hardly getting time to read right now. Physical books anyways. And I'm reading the second book in the Eden series, which is that small town romance companion series that I was telling you about. And I think you'd really love it because it is giving Things We Never Got Over vibes 100%. And
how many books are in the series?
I want to say 4.
Okay.
4 or 5. The first book was really good. I enjoyed it. And it's not Grumpy Sunshine, but it's like broody man. And then who's really attracted to the woman, but they're just kind of like not in the right place to be in a relationship, but they can't fight their feelings for each other kind of thing. The second book is kind of along that same lines, but the main female character, she shows up to their town to work, and she shows up with a 2-month-old baby, and she's just like, I need a job. There's all this backstory and stuff. And so it's just like, I'm relating a lot to it because she's a mom.
Yeah.
And it's so good. It's really good. I'm enjoying it. I want to buy the physical copies.
Okay, so I was just going to ask, where is it?
I'm reading on my Kindle. Yeah, they're free on Kindle Unlimited.
Oh, maybe that'll be what I read when I'm away.
Good. Yeah, they're so good. But I want to own the physical copies, so I think I will. And then we've already talked about I'm listening to Court of Mist and Fury on audiobook, and I'm almost done. But what sucks about the audiobooks for those is each book is split into 2. So, and they're like $12 a piece. And if you don't have credits, so it's $24 for a book, for the book.
I'm a little worried when you get to Court of Wings and Ruin that it might ruin that book for you at this point. Because you said this was your favorite one, and I'm worried that you're just...
I know. I love ACOTAR and stuff, and it's what got me really started in fantasy. So I don't think I'd ever just be like, oh, I don't like the series. I think I'm just going to be like, my taste has changed. In maybe I'm not such a romantasy.
I'm more
romance fantasy. I'm more fantasy now, but
we talked about, I think last week about, or maybe not last week, but we talked about for if and when they make this into a show or movie, if they do animated versus not.
Never do animated. I'd be so mad.
No, I agree. And I saw, it was like an Instagram reel, and it was someone being overly dramatic saying, I can't remember now, but it was along the lines of their life is going to be completely ruined if it is not an animated one. And there were so many people in the comments saying that better be animated. I will just absolutely hate the series if it's not animated. Everything.
I couldn't.
I can't.
I'm not an anime girly, so I'm not. It would ruin it.
It would completely ruin it. Especially, I have such a picture in my head of recent, and it needs
if it was
to
a cartoon and I had to watch cartoon characters have sex, it'd be the weirdest thing.
It'd be horrible.
Yeah, not my jam.
I saw that, I think, yesterday, and I really wanted to make a comment about it because it just, it's...
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not digging the animated version of it, and if it is, I don't know if I'll watch it. I think it might just ruin...
I know. I don't think I could. I don't know if I could watch it either.
The reasoning, the argument behind it, their opinions are valid because they're saying that unless it's a Game of Thrones budget, to go animated.
But see, now that I'm listening to this audiobook, I don't agree because this isn't a Game of Thrones series to me anymore. It's not
book 3 so far. I could see it needing to go well, but yeah, you're right. It's a lot of...
It's a romance, so I think they could do it like in a movie.
Yeah, they
not as TV series. It'd be a movie, like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just really go all out on the House of Wind because a lot of stuff happens in that house, and just make sure that it looks amazing. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they could get I don't think it'll be any problem getting a budget for this.
Throne of Glass could be a Game of Thrones budget. That's a.
I wonder if that's in the talk at all of ever going.
I don't know.
To film.
Without going on a long tangent, did you see my post about FairyLoot? Because we talked about it last week.
Okay.
FairyLoot bumped their sale date back.
Okay.
And I guess they're coming back with changes to the designs from what. That's what we're assuming.
Okay.
And now everybody is mad at FairyLoot again for doing that. Because they're like, now you're just validating all these people who harass these artists, and like you changing the design is only validating them. I'm like, what do you want them to do? We won't go on a big tangent for it, but I just wanted to put out that little, hey, here's a recap from last week.
Bottom line, no, you can't make everybody happy.
No. But it's funny, it's like all these people who were at FairyLoot's throats the week they announced the design are now at FairyLoot's throats because FairyLoot listened to them and decided, okay, yeah, let's fix these issues. And now they're mad at FairyLoot for fixing the issues that they were pissed about. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Anyways.
It doesn't make sense. Wow.
Anyways.
Maybe share in the comments your opinions on FairyLoot, it coming out the first way and then changing. If you guys feel strongly about that.
I know, it's just frustrating. I like keeping up with the drama.
And totally.
But let's jump to our Would You Rathers.
Yes.
These are really fun.
Dun, 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 dun. Would you rather?
So, I'm going to give you a would you rather, you answer, and then I'll answer if I agree or if I have a different perspective.
Yes. I feel like we're going to be different. A lot of differences. We'll see.
We have a few from people who answered the thing I threw up on my story.
That's so fun.
Some of these are the same as ones that I already had. So, first one. Would you rather crack the spine of a paperback book, like a full-on crack, or ruin a hardcover's dust jacket?
Oh, easy. Ruin a hardcover's dust jacket.
I knew you'd say that.
I haven't, I don't know. There's only been one book I've ever... I haven't even cracked the spine, but I think it was... I think it was Akatar, like the first book. For some reason, that book, I just could not read the inside words and I had to do it. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, no, I hate the covers on a hardcover anyways.
The dust jackets?
Yeah, I hate those.
I don't think I'd want to ruin the dust jacket. I always read my hardcovers with the dust jackets off. So I think I'd crack a spine of a softcover because I ruin my softcovers anyways. Yeah, but I don't do full-on cracks on them, but I'll like super stretch them out, and if they crack, then cool. I fold them over and back and all that stuff. So
right, I do that too a bit, but I don't know. Like I've been doing that with this, but you can hardly even tell. And I also feel like because you bind books now, that if a hardcover, I would just want you to bind one for me with your pretty talents.
Yeah, perfect. Good. Okay. Would you rather have dinner with your favorite character or your favorite author? I'll go first.
So yeah, you go first.
I think I would rather do my favorite. Oh, that's really hard. My favorite character, I think.
What?
I think so. Yeah. Just because I have a couple. So my thing was like, do I want to have dinner with Jessa Hastings?
That's my kind of point.
Or do I want to have dinner with Magnolia and BJ? Like that's my thing. But
if you have dinner with Jessa Hastings, you're essentially having dinner with Magnolia and BJ because she created the character.
And I could talk to her about everything. But I know.
Oh.
I know, right? It's so hard.
Yeah. I feel like I think I would do author because probably my favorite character to date, it would be recent in that I don't think it would be dinner.
And let's be honest, he's so in love with Farah that he wouldn't.
I know, be like,
dinner would be boring.
Yeah. But I would love to, I don't know, like Sarah J. Maas, shout out to her, but she must have like so much shit going through her mind all the time. I would love to just
have you watched interviews with her?
Little bits and pieces, never like a full thing, just little clips because I just feel like there's got to be a lot going on in her head, and I would love to just have her talk and me listen.
Right, but I would also really love to have dinner with Bryce from her Crescent City series because Bryce is really dope. But I don't know. It's hard. You're right. Having dinner with Jessa Hastings would probably be better. Man, I don't know. Okay. Would you rather have your favorite book adapted into a film or into a television series?
Television series, easy. Because my favorite book is Things We Never Got Over. Mm-hmm. And the second I started reading it, it felt very much like... Okay, it doesn't give me the same vibe as Schitt's Creek, but I feel like the feeling I got from watching Schitt's Creek would be how I would feel watching that series.
You don't think it would
more love?
Do you watch? It's on Netflix. Virgin River.
I tried starting it like 3 different times. Couldn't get into it.
That's kind of Virgin River is small town. Like
I didn't like the actors in it. They bothered me.
Really?
I just felt bored by them.
Oh, man.
The storyline sounds great, and I thought I would get into it. I just... Maybe I need to try it again and just maybe start... I don't know. The same thing happened the first time I ever watched... what's that one show that has, like, Ethan... Oh, God. American Horror Story.
Oh.
The first season is probably now one of my favorite seasons, but I had to start it like 3 times before I ever got into it. So, yeah, I don't know. But this one, I think because of that initial drama with her sister right away and Things I Never Got Over, I think it would kind of captivate me in. There's like instantly that mystery, and it's not romancy at the... I don't know. But definitely, I don't know. That one definitely TV show, because the second I started reading it, I knew I wanted it to be a TV show.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What about you?
TV show for mine.
Yeah. For Magnolia Parks?
Yeah, Magnolia Parks is such a... it reads like reality TV to me. So I would
that would be a fun... That would be kind of like The Hills, though, where it's reality but scripted.
Yeah.
Kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be so good.
That would be good.
Let me see
Can't
if
wait to read
Patty's
that
got
series.
some good. Oh, here's a good one she had. Read the last chapter of every new book first. So you have to read the last chapter first. Or never read the last chapter.
Never read the last chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like you kind of know where a book is going at the end. For the most part. I mean...
So never read the last chapter.
Never read the last chapter. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I would feel the same way too because... Remember, we talked about this. I'm going to skip the epilogue.
Yeah. You pretty much don't even do it anyways. So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped
the last chapter.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I know. A good one. Would you rather have to reread your latest or your least favorite book every month or never read your favorite book again? So you have to reread your least favorite book every month.
I would say never read my favorite book again.
Same.
Because maybe it just won't hit the same way the second time.
And I'm not a huge reread.
No, I have yet to reread a book.
Yeah,
There's just, life is too freaking short.
I would be pretty sad not to be able to read Magnolia Parks again, though. I know I keep bringing it up, but that's my favorite series.
Okay, but could you listen to it?
Yeah, could you listen to the audiobook?
Yeah, and that's different.
Yeah, their audiobooks are good. Yeah, dang.
Yeah, I would, never read my favorite book again.
Okay. I don't know. Now thinking about never being able to read that again, I'd be sad. Yeah. Never read my favorite book again.
Oh, these are such good questions. I love this.
Yeah. Would you rather have a disappointing end, unfulfilled cliffhanger, or lose your favorite character? So disappointing end or lose your favorite character. I think I would rather lose my favorite character.
Oh.
And point for that would just be because then it would probably make a great book because I would be bawling my eyes out and it would make lots of emotion.
I don't know. I feel like I would have a void. Like a permanent void.
If
I lost my favorite character. I would rather have a disappointing cliffhanger ending.
Really?
Yeah. Because
that can ruin the whole book for me.
Yeah.
It's like Game of Thrones. I
didn't watch that.
Last season was just
bad.
Terrible.
I mean, I feel like usually when things go into series and stuff like that, they're usually not as good as the first initial idea. And at least I could make up my own ending. And maybe I would write my last chapter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would much rather have a disappointing ending. Because, I would actually... Like, when I end a book or I end a show, I feel a void.
I've read books where I lose my favorite character, and it is gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It, rips my heart out, but then I'm like... Oh, that was a really good book. That was fantastic.
I haven't had that experience yet, so maybe I would change my mind on that. Yeah. But at this point, I cannot imagine losing my favorite character.
Yeah. Before the camera turns off, I'm going to do it myself.
Oh.
Yeah. Didn't miss anything.
Love it.
Okay. Would you rather lose the ability to read any new books or the ability to reread books you've already read? So we'd probably say we'd rather not reread.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I'd be so sad if I couldn't read any new books.
Yeah.
Especially this month with how many good books are coming out.
Totally.
Would you rather live in a library or a bookstore? That's a good one.
Oh, you first.
Library for sure. Library has the vibes. Library usually has the big comfy couches and chairs, where bookstores, I mean... There are not much places to sit and enjoy, and I need a cozy chair. And libraries have all the new books now anyways.
I honestly don't go to a lot of libraries.
I don't either.
So, yeah.
But I was thinking about it, and, I've seen a lot of really good pictures of libraries, beautiful libraries throughout the world. And
I mean, literally speaking... Libraries offer a lot more stuff than just books, so you'd be more set.
Yeah, I think a library for sure.
Yeah, I think a library too.
Bookstores probably come with a coffee shop, but
Yeah, but they don't have computers you can rent. They have libraries you can rent instruments.
I
You
know.
can all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, library, hands down. And be cheaper.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll wrap up.
Wow, already 30 minutes.
I know. Here's a good one. Would you rather have to always read in the dark or always read books with tiny text?
Can I have a book light?
I don't know. I would assume so because you can't just read in the dark. I would assume a book light.
I would say with a book light, or in the dark with a book light. Because that's one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
Is having like not the perfect size font.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll pick up a book and I won't read it if the text is too small.
Yeah.
Or like I'll read it eventually, but I'm like, I don't want to deal with the small text.
If it feels like I'm on a page for too long, I start to feel like shit about
you're
myself.
Not making progress.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't fucking read.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely say in the dark because I kind of do that a lot anyways.
Yeah, and you can have a Kindle lit up in the dark, and I read a lot in bed anyways. So yeah, read in the dark.
Yeah, read in the dark.
I would miss my coffee shops reading in a coffee shop though. I would miss that.
Just create a little book fort.
Technically, I'm in the dark.
Exactly. There's something about I have 2 different book lights. They're both different. One is the one you wear around your neck, and then one's you clip on the page.
Oh yeah.
And when I have that whole setup in like a dark room of my house or like a dark little corner with my little blanket, my little tea next to me, it just feels like such a vibe. Also, because when I'm reading before bed, I try and keep it as dark and as dim as possible so my eyes adjust anyways.
And we live in Oregon, so it's dark, rainy and cloudy, so technically we could read all day on our couch because it's dark.
I mean, reading in the sun is really hard because then the
page gets really bright,
so I'm gonna be blinded by it, or I'm gonna wear sunglasses and it's gonna be freaking dark anyways. So yeah, definitely dark. Small font. How you really feel. Yeah, small font can kiss my ass. That's how I feel.
I love it. That's all I have.
All right. That was fun.
Yeah, there were so many I found that I was like, man, we could really do this.
We could do another episode with different Would You Rathers because it's a fun
these were generalized. I think it'd be fun to do like book specific. Ooh, like character specific.
Yes.
Book specific.
We could do a whole ACOTAR series. Would You Rather?
Do you think you'll finish this before our next one?
No. I don't, because today's Thursday and we're going to record on Tuesday. I'll probably get to I'll probably do the same chunk. I don't know. This book is going by really quick and I've been putting a lot of time aside just to read this book. And it's,
I'm really hoping I can finish this City of Bones because it's been a while I've been reading that one.
We'll do our best to get these done by next week. I'll have new books started to talk about next week. So that's also going to take away from this one a little bit. But I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, it's going to get done. Cool. It's going to get done.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching.
Yes. Thank you, Amanda, for putting together this amazing prompted episode. That was so fun. I'll do this for you maybe next week with different questions.
Cool. You only have a couple days.
Oh, yeah.
We won't do the same one, but
no, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do it down
if you guys have any themes, fun challenges you want us to do, let us know.
Side note, we got a lot of really good response on the Golden Couple, and one of our viewers actually convinced their mom to get the book too. Oh, cool. So it's going down the line now of other people reading it. That. Yeah, I'm very excited.
My friend Patty, she was like, after watching the last episode, she went and got a Fate Inked in Blood, and she said it got her out of her reading slump. She loves it so much. I'm like, yes,
I love that. Yeah, that's great.
That makes me super happy.
Yay, we're doing good.
We're helping people.
Yes. All right, I love it too.
All right, everybody.
Thank you.
Follow us on social media. Please share our podcast. It means the world to us, and it helps us out greatly by being able to reach a bigger audience because we just want to make more book besties.
Yes, we do. We love all the conversations that this is creating.
Yeah, it's been really fun. But we will see you guys next week.
All right. Peace out.
Signing off.
Bye.
I was waiting for you to say it.